I grew up surrounded by spirits speaking to me. I was at peace with Aki, but when I was taken to the residential school, they took that away from me.
At St. Jerome's, we work to remove the Indian from our children so that the blessings of the Lord may be evidence upon them. Sister Ignatia made sure to live up to those words.
My name is Saul. I am a residential school survivor. In my many years at the school, I saw kids being beaten, sexually abused, and stripped of their culture.
Being stripped of my spirituality is like being stripped of who I am. They forced us to forget our language. They forced us to forget our culture. Speaking a word in our language could get you beaten or banished to the box in the basement the older ones had come to call the Iron Sister. There was no tolerance for Indian talk.
For a long time, I didn't know much about the history of Indigenous peoples in Canada, and I just started learning about them recently in our World Religions course, which just comes to show how much we block them out of our everyday lives.
I do not think they were respected, as they were, as there was an attempt to strip them of their culture, and their children were trying to be assimilated into society, and it's just not right. It was inhumane the way that they were treated.
When they tried to beat the Indian out of the child, I think that was one of the greatest levels of disrespect, and it was almost like cultural genocide in a way.
I don't think Canada is doing enough today to show respect towards Indigenous people, as everything they do is almost 10 times harder than what we have to do. Their food is 10 times more expensive. Their quality of life is not as well as ours, and I feel like we could do so much more to help them.
Canada I don't think they're doing enough. They could do more because we're a very large population and we have so much manpower.
The Indigenous people were disrespected to a level that we could not imagine would happen today, but it has happened in our past and we can't let it happen again.
I think that an apology always comes in two parts, and the first part is definitely the verbal apology, and I feel like we have done that as a country, and Stephen Harper kind of took out the time to really look into it and talk to survivors and apologize to them. But I think the second part of an apology is taking action upon the things that you say and truly meaning them, but I definitely don't think we've done that.
It's a little bit of healing that has begun, but what we need to do is take action. We can't make up for what we took away from them, their children, their homes, their culture.
In Canada, we allow anyone to practice their religious beliefs and culture freely. In the past, we didn't allow the Indigenous people to do this. We stripped them of who they were. We took the Indian out of the child.
But we've left these dark chapters behind us and are ready to change for the better. We've apologized to the Indigenous communities, which has started their healing process, although they were disrespected and dehumanized to such a level that a simple apology cannot make up for the hardships their community has been through. This dark chapter in Canadian history has come to an end but should not be forgotten.